Oh my god. Some good shit over here. Content's over here, guys, alright? We got a fucking never has been, never will be. These people don't know they're in the fucking presence of greatness over here, dude. Okay?
What's up, everybody? We're here with fucking Speedy. Today, we're doing an interview. It's the weekend.
Yeah.
And we're going to drop this on 420, so people have something to do on 420.
But they're gonna need something when they're stoned as fuck.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'll be there too.
And I'll be sober on 420.
We'll probably drop it right at 420, on 420.
On 420.
No notice either.
Yeah.
Where it's going to punch them in the face.
They'll be like, whoa, dude.
No IP tooling, no nothing. Just if you find it, you find it.
Yes.
Type shit, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Because the real ones, we're here for the real ones. We're not here for the fucking crybabies and stuff, talking all that yin-yang about you.
We are here for the wells as well. I'm trying to get a well out of this.
I'm pretty pumped. So, you do have a PayPal.
I do have a PayPal, yes.
Good.
It's been empty since I stopped streaming.
Can we say your PayPal?
Stop Speeding TX. Stop Speeding Texas.
Stop Speeding TX.
Yes.
Okay, so good. Because while we were scheduling this today, I heard a lot of crazy stuff from you.
What did you hear?
I heard that you spent 4 hours on a bicycle going to try to go get a job.
Yeah, exactly, man. It's because, I mean, so I don't have any life skills, and since I haven't been streaming, I have been literally starting over at life like a little infant baby.
Yeah.
Just trying to figure things out. So yeah, I mean, I went into rehab with literally some clothes that Phantom, another streamer, had given me, and that's the only possessions I had in life.
Yeah.
I've slowly worked up to I own 2 skateboards now, and I have a little cheap guitar. So we're making moves. We got a streamer phone finally. That took about 3 or 4 months.
Good.
Yeah, man.
So you're ready to go.
I'm ready to go now, man. Yeah, it's being a drug addict and everything. Like I've literally. Everything I had was sold, you know what I mean?
I know, I remember you sold all your video games.
Sold all the video, dude, I literally...
You gave them away pretty much.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah, they kind of just got lost in the sauce with everything else out of your apartment.
Yeah, and in Austin, the apartment before that, I first started streaming in, like I had, like every N64 game, every Super Nintendo game, and fucking just smoked it all away.
Yeah. Have you talked to Joey?
Yes, I have talked to Joey.
Is he doing good?
Joey's doing good. You remember Joey?
Yeah, I remember
Joey. Fuck yeah, dude. Yeah. Joey's killing it. He's skating every day, working. You know what I mean? And he was... Joey put up with a lot living with me back then.
Yeah, he did.
You know, he would have to come home after work and I would be having a stream and he would have to walk into that craziness.
He'd be wasted drunk on Jack Daniels type stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Type shit.
Yeah. That was crazy times.
But
what else do you have as far as like for, to get donations? Like, do you have everything set up? Or?
Yeah, I got everything set up, yeah.
Okay.
I also got Cash App, which is the same name.
Okay, good. That's And then there's like Zelle and Venmo and all this other stuff too.
Yeah, I don't even use those.
But Cash App, people can hit you up.
Cash App,
and the PayPal. Mm-hmm. Because you're pretty... I wouldn't even say it's struggling because you're doing so good.
Yeah. So spiritually and physically and all that, I'm doing very good. It's the financial, but I'm trying to live a life of like... I was always chasing... attention, like I was a huge attention whore. To be a streamer, you have to be a huge attention whore. Mm-hmm. So I'm chasing love because I didn't love myself at the time. You know what I mean? I had a void in my heart, and streaming filled it for me because I would get people from all over the world tell me how much they love me. You're a fucking legend, dude. Mm-hmm. And it fucking filled that love up for me. So now I'm trying to learn how to get that love for myself. And I think whenever I learn how to do that, I could be a better streamer. You know what I mean? Because I won't be as like, what's the word when you hurt yourself a lot? Like self-sabotaging or whatever. Yeah, man. And I don't know, like I was very addicted to streaming. Like when I first went to rehab, like I had to tell everybody, yo, let's go on YouTube and check out Stop Speeding. And that was my identity. And instead of like talking to someone normally and getting to know them like a normal person, it was always just like, hey, I used to be a streamer. Hey, I was always living in the past, you know what I mean? Mm. Yeah.
How did the whole rehab thing go? Like, how long were you there for?
So I was in detox for 30 days.
Yeah.
And then I went to a residential for 30 days. And then I went to PHP, which is like a residential, but you also get to go outside.
And that's all been in Florida?
That's all been in Florida, yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, you cannot answer something if you don't answer, but like, you got like a sponsor or something.
Yeah,
right?
got a sponsor like straight out of rehab. Got a job like the day I got out of rehab.
Does this person meet with you, or like how does that work?
Yeah, we're really, he's good. He's like my best friend here, dude. And like he knows my whole story. And he's like a very successful dude with a hot wife and a cool job, and he has everything I want. So I try to mimic my life after his, because like if you want something, like if you look up to someone, do the things they do to get it, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So like I want all the shit he has, but also like he tells me to do things I don't want to do. Like he doesn't want me streaming, and that's like hard for me not to do. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
He doesn't want me dating women, which has also been hard. Like that's something I've kind of.
I recently heard about that. Like when you're first sober, it's not good to be in a relationship.
They say the first year.
Yeah.
So you got to get to know this guy very well for the next year.
Mm.
Well, I already knew him very well. He's very
Interesting.
familiar with all these parts of the body. The hand, that is.
Mm.
Yeah.
So that's interesting. And then so now you're living in a sober house.
Yeah.
How is that going?
It's going, dude, like, I went from a life of doing whatever the fuck I wanted, like, whenever I wanted. Like, I would wake up about 11, 12 o'clock. That's if I went to sleep, because I was always on meth, so I didn't sleep very often. Wake up, there was a liquor store next to my apartment, go get my bottle of Jaeger or Jack. It was either one of those. I would drink for 2 or 3 hours and watch streams and shit posts.
Mm-hmm.
And then once I had like a good enough buzz going and felt confident enough, I'd fire up my stream, continue to drink, jump in the Uber, go terrorize Austin, and that was my daily life for 2.5 years. And so from going from that to having to wake up at 6 in the morning, do chores, go to a job that you hate, then go to an AA meeting after that job, it's just a fucking culture shock, man. It's like a lifestyle. Oh my god.
You're doing so good at it.
I am, dude, and people tell me I look a lot better.
You look amazing.
Yeah, I appreciate that, man.
It's probably riding 4 hours in the sun, getting all that sun.
For sure.
That's crazy, bro. I cannot believe you're riding a bike. I think everybody needs to understand this, that like Speedy is not streaming, you don't see him, but he's really out here riding a bicycle, 2 hours one way, 2 hours back, to go to a 10-minute interview you went on.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing, man. Like, they tell you in AA, like, bust your ass like you did for meth. Like, dude, I would walk fucking hours to go find meth. So, like, they say do that for sobriety, you know what I mean? And, like, I have to work, you know what I mean?
So, for the people that don't know, because I don't really know much about meth and stuff, like, is this glass? Is this, like, is there a difference from that?
So, there's, like, different slangs for meth. Like, you have ice, glass, crank. Like, crank is kind of, like, the nastier, like powder shit, but like glass and ice is like the nicer shit you would see on Breaking Bad probably. And it actually looks like glass and ice. And literally for the last year, like I just went on tour of America, testing out different meths in every city that I went to. That's pretty much what it was, bro. And like
I know, it was sad. I was watching it.
Yeah, and people would tell me it was sad. I was like, this is funny. Like,
so were donations at this point drying up?
Yeah. So like when I left Austin, there was something about Austin, like, I felt safe there. I was never afraid of getting pressed. I was never, like, I didn't mind getting arrested. But then I go to LA, and, like, streaming on the boulevard and streaming in LA is way different than streaming on 6th Street in Austin. So, like, in 6th Street in Austin, it's, like, a very liberal city. And so, like, nobody ever pressed me back. I would just say the N-word. I would just fuck with people, and they would just be like, whatever. But in LA, they're like, what? What'd you say? And, like, people would press me back. And, like, so I kind of toned down my content a little bit. Of course, in the IP2 world, when you tone down your content, like people aren't gonna like you as much. And then I started hanging out with Gucci's, and they didn't like that. So I was.
Speaking on Gucci's.
Yeah.
Okay, so I watched the streams too, and I've seen Gucci's go on a downward spiral for what seems years now, and I feel like she's rimming the fucking faucet sinker at this point right now. She's at her like all-time worst, I believe.
I think
she
so
looks.
too.
She looks like shit. She acts like shit. It's really sad at the end of the day because we all know what's going to end up happening to her. She's going to be that fucking bag lady on the fucking street
drinking
her 211.
Yeah,
it's like it's really sad to see, and I don't know maybe if her seeing you do so good, that's just too much to even say. I think what happens is, and I don't know because I've never been to rehab, but like. It's really got to take a lot of fortitude from inside.
It does.
To do, like, somebody can't tell you to get clean.
No.
You know
you have to have your moment of pain. you have to have something devastating in your life happen. And like the thing is, when you're streaming, it's hard to have a moment of pain. Like mine was being home. Like I was homeless for 4 or 5 months before I went to rehab. I was just living with different streamers.
I remember.
And living with viewers. And then I would get all drunk, piss them off. They'd kick me out. I'd go to the next house, and I literally went from California to New York doing that.
Was the low point when you ran out of meth?
No, man. Like the low point, and then we'll get back on the topic of Gucci's.
Yeah.
But the low point for me was I was staying with another streamer named Phantom in New York, and I drank a whole bottle of vodka in maybe less than an hour.
Mm-hmm.
And he like called 911 because he couldn't wake me up. And then I woke up in a fucking hospital, no idea how I got there. And this was a common occurrence for me. This is probably the third or fourth time that happened that year, where I would just wake up in a hospital, no fucking idea how I got there. I'd have to ask the nurses like what happened? And they'd be like, no, you got drunk. We picked you up off the street. Like that would happen in Austin a lot. It happened in New Orleans. But like, so I'm in fucking New Jersey, a place I've never been before, and fucking I don't have my phone because Phantom had it. I have no way of contacting anyone. So I start walking around New Jersey like, what the fuck am I gonna do? And then just like that moment of pain, like I remember just thinking like, dude, what? Literally, like I have no phone. I don't know where this fool lives. And like the only number I knew was my parents. But my parents told me, because we hadn't talked for years before this, because I've been getting fucked up, and they knew about my streaming life. And they told me like, if you ever call us, like it's only to go to rehab. We're not going to accept your call. And they were the only people I could call. So I called them. I was like, you know what, I'm going to take you up on that offer on rehab. Even though I really didn't want to, and I almost didn't. But there's a thing like, no, so I have God in my life now. It's going to sound lame to a lot of people, but God does for you what you can't do for yourself. So like I needed to get out of the streaming world for a while. I needed to get sober, but I was scared to. I didn't want to. And God did for me what I couldn't do for myself, which was that I feel like everything happens for a reason. So whenever all that happened, it was pretty much God getting me out of streaming, pulling me out and pulling me into rehab. And I was like, right before I went to rehab, Gucci's hit me up, and I was going to go with her to DC, and that was a choice I had to make, like either go to rehab and change my life, or I could have gone to DC with her and kept doing the same thing, which I like doing because I love streaming, I love drinking, and to me they coincide, like they're tied in together, you know what I mean?
And you're not drinking anymore now.
No, I've been sober 5 months off every mind-altering substance.
I almost feel like the not drinking is better than not doing meth. I think the drinking is actually very devastating.
Yeah. So drinking is more of a slow death. With meth, like, well, meth doesn't really kill people. Drinking does, which is kind of crazy. But meth, you lose your mind really fast. With drinking, it fucks your body up. And also your mind as well.
But you were a very high-functioning meth addict. The only thing I noticed was your hand.
Yeah, the fucking meth claw.
The meth hand. How does your brain feel now? Do you feel like you've done like terrible damage, or do you still feel functional?
So you've been watching me for a while. There was a time, like when I first started streaming in Austin, where like I kind of prided myself on my vocabulary, and like I could think of witty comments, and I could think of like big words, and like ever since like that couple of years of meth use, of like everyday meth use, like I definitely feel a lot dumber. Like I can't recall things of the past like I used to be able to. I can't just pull out funny witty sayings like I used to be able to. You know what I mean? Like I just draw blanks a lot.
Because like we talked about Gucci's, it's like watching that is such a mess, and it's kind of it's not even fun anymore. Like she goes to jail once a month. Like she gets picked up on something. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like whether it's fighting somebody or like public intoxication.
Yeah.
She's got to be dealing with like lots of legal cases and stuff too.
I'm sure she is. Yeah, and it just brings out the animal in you, and it's a very small percentage of people that react to alcohol like that. You know, like true alcoholics.
Yeah, which she's drinking. Like she doesn't even have a normal sleep pattern. Like it's like.
Yeah, it's a lot.
She's up for like 3 hours, pounds it, goes to sleep, wakes up, pounds it, wakes. It's just.
Alcohol would actually like keep me up. Like I would drink for like days straight and not sleep, and that was without meth. But like it affects alcohol affects an alcoholic differently than it does most people.
I don't really think anybody was doing it as crazy as you with like that Jack bottle thing. Like it was just you were off the chain.
Off the chain, bro.
And Blade.
Yeah.
He's
Blade's an interesting one too, right?
Yeah,
He's a real Mr. Jekyll, Dr. Jekyll, Mr. Hyde.
I'm just so surprised he ended up keeping his toe and his leg and everything else. Which I think it's going to come off eventually, but that was crazy.
Well, he's not drinking like he used to. Which is like, kind of like, he could go hard as fuck and be Lit Romney, and people will love the content, he'll make more donations, or he can just get kind of drunk and people don't really like the content as much and his donations are starting to... So it's like, which one do you go with, you know what I mean? Because Blade is, like I say, Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde, because when he's sober, he's very... it's almost like he seems sad when he's sober, you know what I mean? But when he's Lit Romney, he fucking is feeling it, you know what I mean? So... It's like, which one do you go with, and how long can you keep it up? Like, that was always a thought in my head when I was streaming, is like, I've been drinking every day for 2 years. How much can a human liver take of this, you know what I mean? And I was having to drink more and more. Like, I would finish a whole bottle of Jack and still be pretty sober. And like, when I first started streaming, like, I would only need a quarter of the bottle and I would be ready to stream. So it was taking more and more and more, and I was just always thinking in my head, like, dude, I can't do this every day for too much longer. So I knew like it was gonna come to an end eventually.
Did you have physical withdrawals or anything like?
Surprisingly, nah, bro. Yeah, which is crazy because that's what everybody asked me. Now I did for meth, and like the last time I ever did meth was in New Orleans, and I did a stream in New Orleans, and Lowe's came and picked me up and took me here to Florida, and I did a bunch of meth. Lowe's picked me up, and the whole time I'm just in his car, fucking looking behind me, thinking the cops are behind us, and really scaring Lowe's. And that was the thing, man. I was like scaring the people around me, not even realizing it. And like Lowe's did a stream in the hotel room, and fucking I'm just jacking off in the bathroom the whole time and not even streaming with them.
What state had the best meth?
What state had the best meth? I mean, my boys in Texas, bro.
Really?
Yeah.
Nice.
So like, but it was crazy. In California, it's a lot more acceptable, or there's just a lot more of it. Like, you'll walk down the boulevard and people are just smoking meth like out in the open. Like, I never saw that in Texas.
And you haven't ran into it here?
No. Well, I haven't gone, like, when I was in Clearwater, I would look for it. Mm-hmm. And that was like, that would be a lot of my streams, was just looking for meth.
I feel like sober houses and rehabs and all that,
yeah,
like, that's a dangerous place. Like,
that's it can be, man, if you're not in a good one.
Do you have people in your sober house that sometimes break the rules or are problems?
And we actually just had a guy pass away last week. We found his name was Andrew as well. Rest in peace, Andrew. Somebody just walked in on the bathroom, and he'd been in there for like 3 or 4 hours. He was dead.
From like fentanyl or something?
So they said they searched his room and they found it was like some what they call research chemicals he got off the dark web. And so on the dark web, bro, you have no idea what the fuck you're getting.
Yeah.
They could say it's like something, it could be fentanyl, it could be whatever, but I think he just did it one time and that was it, bro. So that's the scary shit about now. Like, now that I'm in the recovery community, I make friends with people and then they die, like, and it's just like, you don't even really want to get too close to people because, like, right now there's more overdoses than I think, like, in history ever.
Do you guys have Narcan at the place you're living at?
Yeah, and you gotta, like, learn how to use it because it's that common of a thing, bro. They're like...
Yeah, I see it all the time.
Yeah, exactly. And you hear the stories and everything. But yeah, and I used to work in a rehab, so I've seen, man, just being in, like, the recovery community, you're gonna see a lot of death. Because, like, statistically speaking, like, only 10% of people are actually gonna stay sober.
Did you ever see on, like, Vice? I think Vice just released it recently, maybe like 6 months ago or something, and it was like this blonde hair girl and this other dude, and they're in South Florida, and they go around and they, like, help people.
And that dude relapsed.
Really?
Yeah, he did. They're kind of like, there's a body, they call them body snatchers. Like, they find people who go to rehab and they get paid off of it.
Yeah, well, it's very lucrative to have one of these houses and stuff. Like, you get paid from insurance companies and sponsors, whoever. I don't know, but it's lucrative because I almost feel like there's people that get the houses, they don't care about you, but they want you in so they get their
Florida's notorious for it because I guess it's easier to open them up here. You don't need as many licenses or whatever. So, like, yeah, like, there's Brandon Novak, who's part of CKY and Jackass, like, that's what he does. Mm-hmm. And, like, yeah, it's extremely lucrative. And, like, don't get me wrong, there's people that care and there's people that will help. But there's also people, like, scamming insurance companies and, like, doing a bunch of shady shit in the background. Yeah, it's interesting, bro.
And so, are you allowed to tell people the general area where you are right now?
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I'm gonna start streaming soon, so they're gonna find out eventually.
I'm excited.
But, should I say it?
Yeah, sure.
Poor St. Lucie, motherfucking boring ass town. Boomers, which I do like cougars a lot. So.
I wonder. Yeah, they could get them involved.
To get the well, I've been putting Craigslist ads out.
Really?
Trying to recruit people
Looking for talent?
Looking for talent, yeah.
I think it's a good idea. You know who's from this Port St. Lucie?
No.
Megan Fox.
Oh shit! Okay, she's
Yeah.
probably not still around though.
She got in a lot of trouble when she was a kid. She would like steal from Walmart, like steal makeup and stuff, and then she ended up making it. She got booked in Hollywood.
She's fucking sexy as fuck.
She's pretty much one of the hottest ones out there.
She is. But yeah, like people from small towns like that, I feel like they are like more prone to trouble. It seems
so,
like.
Are you like on a contract at this sober house? Like, how long are you supposed to be there for?
I mean, I'm not probation or anything, bro. It's up to me. You know what I mean? And look, dude, like. I've tried to get sober at least 30 times in my life. I've been to like fucking 50 of these places.
Yeah.
So like.
And you've relapsed.
Always real. I mean, I had 5 years at one time.
Do you have any fear in you now that you're going to relapse?
Yeah.
You do?
Of course, that fear is always there,
so
man.
It's like every day. So you're not like...
But the addict and alcoholic in me kind of, it feeds into it. You know what I mean? Like, 'cause I have a disease of the mind. If you want to call it a disease, some people don't believe that. And I don't even know if I do or not. I have to believe it because it helps me stay sober. But like... Yeah, man, like, I have days like where I have to go to a job I hate, and I'm like, I would rather get that bottle of Jack and stream. That would make me 3 times as much money, and it would be a lot funner. And I get fucking clout, and bitches hit me up, and...
So, do you think if you started streaming in the sober house, that would be a no-no?
Fuck, yeah. Yeah, they made me... My mom told, like, the rehabs and sober houses about my past. Okay. Like, my first day there, they're like, yeah, you ain't doing none of that streaming shit here. I was like, yeah, I got you, bro. Yeah. So
let's say hypothetically, we're just talking crazy.
Okay.
Like, if you were removed from that sober house, that would be a bad thing.
At this time of my life, yes.
How much longer do you think it is, or is it like you don't even know?
So like, I'm a very big into AA, and the AA has a Bible called the Big Book. It's like the Bible for Christians, but AA's is the Big Book, and it says in there like, whenever you finish the 12 steps and you're spiritually fit, you can go and do anything like a normal person, which I could go to a bar and not be tempted to drink, whatever. But like pretty much when I finish the 12 steps and I'm sponsoring other guys, and like I pretty much like filled this hole in my heart that makes me want to drink and use, like that's pretty much when I'm ready to go. But
it seems weird to me because like, you know, I just feel like you're so like at a good place right now.
Way better than I was. In a certain sense,
but you still struggle, like pretty much every day.
Yeah.
Okay, it's interesting.
We haven't figured it out, as Blade says.
Yeah, I'm sure we have lots of young people watching. You know what I mean, and they have no idea, and you know, I'm sure there's probably going to be recovered people who are watching and people who are struggling right now. You know, I think it's good that you're such a good look right now. You know what I mean, compared to.
I struggle financially and shit, but like depression-wise, like I've been on Prozac for 5 months. My depression, like, dude, I used to not even be able to get out of bed, and like now I'm fucking biking 30 miles a day, and like.
Do you feel any effects from that Prozac?
Yeah, I mean, my favorite effect is like I can't come, and I'm being serious.
Yeah, it's a very powerful drug.
That's the major side effect, so that's actually been very nice.
You're drinking like 20 milligrams a day or something?
Yeah, exactly 20. Yeah.
Yeah.
How did you know that?
Because it's not a fun thing, you know. I mean, I don't know. I would not take any pharmaceuticals. That's where I'm at.
I feel that. Yeah.
I mean, if I had a medicinal mushroom, I would take it. You know what I mean?
I feel that.
That would be really cool.
Mushrooms scare me. I never had a good trip ever.
Oh.
Well, I got one of those minds, dude. I've been trying to escape my mind, not fucking dive deeper into it.
Have you ever done DMT?
Yeah.
No.
Made me realize that I was a piece of shit.
Really?
Yeah. At the time of my life, I was living in a tweaker pad, fucking dirty ass fucking room, and like whenever you're depressed and living in that fucking environment, like you don't really realize it. It's like you block it out. But then I smoked DMT and I looked around my room and I was like, this place is fucking disgusting. Like, so yeah, like psychedelics and shit, like it makes me realize shit I don't want to realize that I keep suppressed, which is the whole point of it.
Now, is there such a thing as legal weed now? Like, if you were at your sober house, you're definitely not allowed to be smoking.
No, we gotta follow like AA principles.
You get drug tested.
Yeah, we get drug tested, yeah. Which is like a huge motivator for a guy like me. Cause like I've lived in sober houses where like they only drug test like once a month, so I could do meth, and then like meth gets out of your system in 3 days. So like I would be playing the game where I say I'm going to meetings, I'm saying I'm doing things, but I'm really doing meth. Like I've done all that, bro. And like I need the accountability because. Like, I mean, 5 months sober ain't shit compared to I used from the age 13 and I'm 34. So like 20 years of using, like 5 months ain't shit, you know what I mean? So
I think 5 months is a good thing.
It's a good start.
It's a big thing.
Yeah, it's a good start.
Definitely.
Sure. But I got a lot of fucking growing up and learning things. It's just, bro, I'm getting these jobs, I'm fucking clueless. I get this.
But I would say it's unexpected. Like, I didn't even expect this from you. I expected
I didn't either.
Griminess, type,
Dumpster juice.
Yeah.
Dripping off of my clothes.
Yeah, some like gum.
How do I smell?
You smell like you rode a bike for 4 hours.
So the smell hasn't gotten better.
Not so much. But we love you, and
I appreciate that. See, y'all heard it, man.
And we're trying to grow from this. You know what I mean? Because it's 2022.
Yeah.
It's springtime. You know what I mean? We're about to hit summer. It's Florida. It's gonna get crazy.
You got your beach body ready?
No. I gotta hit that gym.
Yeah, me too.
You know what I mean? Do they do workouts and stuff like that at the sober house in rehab?
No, nothing like that.
I'm surprised that they wouldn't do more exercising and less pharmaceuticals.
Well, like they didn't prescribe me the pharmaceuticals. Like that was my own personal choice to go get a psychiatrist.
Yeah.
And all that. So, cause like meth depletes your dopamine. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like when I got sober, things that used to get me excited weren't getting me excited anymore, and I'd wake up just miserable. Like that first weekend. And detox, like I fucking hated my life. And then like with Prozac, like it takes like a month or so to get in your system, but once it got my system, I started feeling like waking up and be like, hey, I get to meet up with this person. And like I started getting a little bit of love for life back, you know what I mean? Because I've just like done such a number on my brain with meth, dude. Because it's the most powerful stimulant in the world. It's the most powerful drug in the world, really. And so it just like burned all my like feel good chemicals out of my brain. So like I need help, like I guess getting those back, which can take years. You know what I mean? But I don't want to stay on it forever. But I do like that I can't bust a nut because I was a premature ejaculator, which also fed into my depression.
Let's talk about the next 6 months.
Yes, next 6 months.
Because the last 6 months have been all beautiful and pretty. But the next, I'm saying for us looking at you now, you're in a totally different, better place than what was going on. Because it was so bad before.
I like to hear that because I got to remind myself it's better. Because sometimes I don't feel that way.
Yeah, no, it's impressive actually.
That's
like I said, unexpected. I did not expect this from you.
I didn't either, bro. It wasn't supposed to happen. It was random.
Yeah.
Like if I wasn't chilling with Phantom that day, and people get mad at him because they're like, you're the reason he went to rehab, but...
What is the game plan?
Yes.
So now we're looking for a job.
Yeah, so like I've had 2 jobs, but I quit them because like I still have lots of insecurity issues. Like I started this construction job and I did not know how to use a fucking drill. And of course when you're on a construction site and you don't know how to use tools, like they bust your balls. It's construction workers.
What's wrong with Walmart?
Yeah, I'm banned from every Walmart in the nation.
Okay.
But we could do like Home Depot or something.
Home Depot doesn't sound bad.
No, it doesn't sound too bad. I just got a gig. I'm probably getting this restaurant gig.
See, the restaurant kind of scares me a little bit because there's a lot of drinking going on inside there. Plus, then there's cocaine involved. Yeah. So it's like, it's a dangerous, I think,
But there's probably some of that at the Home Depot, right?
Less.
Yeah. Plus, I like those orange tool belts they wear.
Plus, you'll probably make more money in the restaurant.
Yeah, no, this sounds like a pretty good job, man. And the girl that works me on the register is really cute.
Are you going to be doing like waitering or stuff like that?
No, washing dishes.
Washing dishes.
Which is what I did like before I was a streamer. I actually pride myself. I was the best dishwasher in Texas.
Because I believe that there's a lot of Florida viewers out there right now.
Yeah, probably.
Like, especially, on YouTube, on IRL, I think there's a big, in Florida. So, like, I would just imagine, like, there might be people out there that could, like, I don't know, have jobs and stuff available or whatever. Because...
I mean, I'm down. I mean,
we're definitely looking for, like, help. I would say that.
Yeah.
I think Andrew Starr needs some donations just to make sure everything. And if he starts getting wild, then don't donate. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. So, like, I would make this crazy content. People would always tell me all the time, like, dude, I love your streams, but I'm not going to donate to you because I know you're just going to buy drugs. So, like, that actually, like, fucked my streaming up a lot because people are like, dude, I'm not going to donate for you to just waste money on drugs.
Yeah, but now it's like actively going towards like transportation and stuff. You know what I mean? Like you've got to be able to get to these places.
Well, I mean, the goal is like when I start streaming, I want to start streaming by the summer. But the goal is to like put up a goal for a cart so I can travel to Orlando, Miami, Palm Beach, and do streams all over there because I'm not gonna be able to just stream here. There's like not much to do.
Do you think there's a future where you're gonna be just streaming and no job? Just streaming 24.
So like you're familiar with Carl, right?
Yes.
He's my favorite streamer of all time. And fucking, I remember like when I first met him, he was like, you have to have like, being a fucking full-time streamer is not good. Like you have to have a job and just stream a little on the side or you'll go crazy. Or like you gotta have that secure financial like safety net, you know what I mean? Yeah. And like I think that's why he's such a good streamer because he's not burnt out on it. You can tell he does it because he loves doing it. You know what I mean? He does it because it's a hobby and a passion. He doesn't do it because he needs to fucking make rent that week. You know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because we see these streamers, the e-beggars, right?
Yeah.
We don't want to mention any names.
No, but I just think there's so much potential and so much money flowing around in that industry that it's kind of like, well, we'll see what happens. You know what I mean?
Andy Dick's getting it all right now.
Man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
It's going to go up his nose probably.
I don't know what's gonna. Did you see him when he actually got beat up? Like,
no, I saw his face.
Yeah, that was a really like gnarly injury.
That shit makes me kind of not want to stream, to be honest. I don't want my face to ever look like that.
He got maxed out.
He got maxed the fuck out.
Yeah, and now he's streaming with Captain and Gucci's and everybody.
The A-list.
Yeah.
I
have to admit though, one of the craziest streams I ever saw.
Yeah.
Was you and Jewel. When you're laying down on the ground.
I don't remember. I don't recall that. That never happened.
And you're there with your. That was.
Wait,
crazy.
what was I doing?
You had a finger.
Where was it?
Laying on the ground and you were doing stuff, and it was wild.
Stuff with a finger?
Yeah.
Was it in a cavernous hole?
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, I don't remember that night. That was Xanax and Jägermeister.
That was an amazing stream.
Amazing stream!
It was.
Threw a brick through Attila's window a little bit.
I feel bad that people can't even like view that now. Like that's just gone in the wind.
No, there's like some YouTube clips of it, but not the full.
Not the You were like full frontal crazy in that.
Yeah, I regret that. My mom saw that.
Jewel, like let me tell you, like when she had the baby and she's like pregnant and she's hitting the bong every day, and like I heard she was like doing like bath salts and like all type of wild stuff with that baby. It was really hard to watch, and like I really wanted to like almost like physically like give her a good one.
Do you think it's an act?
Well, no, she was definitely fucked up, and that was definitely a pregnant baby in there. Like that was really wrong and bad. And she's so out of it that like she doesn't even know that it's wrong. Like she's like just babbling about something right now as we talk. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She talks like crazy talk. Like I don't even.
So, I mean, like the old Speedy would shit talk all these streamers like I used to. They're now like a different mindset. I just like kind of pray for him and feel bad for him, man. You know what I mean?
I feel bad for the baby.
Feel bad for
that
the baby
was really
sure.
wrong. It was so wrong on
But she probably hasn't had the best upbringing, right?
That's correct.
Yeah. You know what I mean? And like I used to just hate on I would get drunk and just shit on every streamer because I was jealous they were getting donations, views. Now that I'm out of the world, I'm not jealous of these people anymore. So I can look at it kind of differently. And like I would probably talk shit about them, but now I just feel bad, you know?
I almost feel bad for Attila at this point.
I feel bad for Attila as well.
Yeah, bro. Like
I've spent time with Jewel. She's hard to be around.
Yeah, bro. I can't listen to that like nonsense talk that's just like she's talking like random. Like it's really crazy.
But I also feel kind of bad for Joel because he's hard to be around too. You know, the monotone Hungarian voice.
Yeah,
Get a little old.
They're fun to watch though.
They're very fun to watch. I think Attila's the best desktop streamer ever.
I have never watched any of these podcast things that have
Not
all
that.
these weird people.
When he's getting drunk and like throwing shit at Joel, it's the best.
Yes.
And the axe, that's the best desktop streaming ever.
Yeah.
Like that shit, I've never seen anything like that. So like.
Yeah, I feel like some of those aren't even on the internet anymore. Like physical violence.
You know what I think, bro? Like 10, 20 years from now, people are gonna like stumble upon IP2 or whatever, and they're gonna like see all the shit that happened last year, like Smooth Sanchez and Attila and shit with me getting arrested. It's gonna be like a little historical internet. There's probably gonna be like a big YouTuber that does like a YouTube video on it, and it's gonna be the history, man. Because like I don't think shit like that's gonna happen ever again, just because like they're cracking down more and more on degenerate streaming. But who knows?
Yeah, I think Wholesome's on the move right now.
Wholesome's definitely on the move, but also sexual. I mean, Twitch is just, it might as well be Pornhub at this point.
It's horrible. It's disgusting.
It is disgusting.
And there's so much money being thrown around.
Yeah, so it's not going to stop because all the money.
Yeah, no, it's crazy.
Yeah, how did we get to this point? From 2017, you're an old fan.
I think 2022 is the year. I want to see what happens coming up with this, I think there's going to be things happening. I think somebody's going to end up doing something good, and then people will gravitate towards that. Once somebody gets something set up properly, and because it's just.
We have the blueprint for it. I just did it. We just got to follow him. But it takes some work ethic, which I never had before.
It all comes back down to that talent and that finding the
actual talent too.
Yeah.
Right now, I mean, pretty much they're adding anyone with a stream.
Correct.
Which isn't exactly talent. Back when I got added, it took me like 6 months of daily IRL to get added. It's not like that anymore.
Yeah, no, now it's instant. Like our fan, what's his name? Danger and Tone.
I like them.
Tone and Danger.
I like them.
They're wild. They're out there.
Yeah, they're cool.
In the boondocks. They're in the trailer park, and it's go. I love the trailer park. I think it's great. 2022
is the era of Tommy, and the face streamers.
Tommy, I don't know what he's doing. I think he's just lost. I feel bad for him almost. Like I don't even know what he's doing. He thinks he's meeting up with I think he thought he was going to meet up with Hampton Brandon in Miami.
Oh, wow, okay.
I think that's what he thought. Why else did he go to Miami? I don't know. Remember he had a big freak out.
Well, because they were on their way to New York, maybe. Oh, no. I don't know. But but he didn't want anything to do with Vegas, so, why would he...
Yeah, but I remember him being like, "Oh, I have to do with big streamers," and he was all upset for a week about it. And he's like, "I don't know, it's really weird. He's staying in some hostel. I don't even know how he's getting money for it."
Let's go save him, bro.
No, he'll just jump over the fence again that with bait.
Well, you can monetize him like that one guy's monetizing Andy Dick. Let's lock him up in a room and just give him a cot.
I'm kind of never even was a fan. I don't know. I never really saw it. It was very interesting when he got put on that RV in the very beginning.
It was interesting.
Yeah,
that was right when I got out of rehab. I was like, who's this? And then I saw the mom clips. I was like, this is I've never seen anything like this on stream. I was getting excited for IRL again. And then it kind of fell off. But
yeah, I don't know.
Yeah. But I mean, I don't know. I have a lot of insecurities getting back into streaming, bro. You know what I mean? It was so easy to just down a bottle. And that pretty much, I would just go in blackout mode. I would down a bottle, be in blackout mode, wake up the next day and see all these clips and didn't even remember making any of them. It was I didn't even have to work.
You remember the whale, though?
Oh, yeah.
Or was that rough? You don't really remember it so much. That was a crazy stream.
Yeah, I remember that day. Yeah.
Crazy.
I fell in love that night.
I wish we could find we can't even put a clip because you're naked.
No, I mean, there's times where I was sitting down.
Having some deep conversation with her, I remember that.
Yeah, well, she called it she had a boyfriend, so she was can I say sexual things?
Yeah.
She was jacking me off while on the phone with her boyfriend. There was some...
That was crazy.
Yeah, man.
Where was that, actually?
It was in San Antonio. I did a tech... It was the very first time I traveled to do streams, and I rented a car, and I was all excited. I go to San Antonio, which is an hour from Austin, and then I do the well stream, and I'm like, this is off to a great start. I'm about to do Houston, Dallas. We're about to take over this streaming shit. I score some meth in San Antonio, and I don't go live again for a week, and I'm just jacking off in San Antonio, fucking hotel rooms.
So hypothetically, you jump on an RV in Florida in like June, right? This year, like it could actually be like really bad. Like you could end up, somebody could peer pressure you, or you could just.
Well, I don't really believe in peer pressuring, man. If I made the decision to use, it's because I'm not working my program. Like if I'm working my solid program, which is calling my sponsor every day, praying every day, going to meetings, I'm good. But the reason I relapse is because one of those starts to slip, and then they all start to slip, and then a drink. Because I have a disease of the mind, so my mind can talk me into doing stupid, retarded shit like a drink. You can handle one drink of alcohol. I know I can't handle a drink of alcohol. As soon as I take a drink, I'm drinking the whole fucking bottle.
Once it touches the lips.
And I know that. That's the truth, and that's because my history. I go by my history. My history is I can't fucking handle alcohol. And as soon as I get drunk, I'm looking for the fucking meth pipe. You know what I mean? So that's my history. But if I'm working my program, I'm talking to people in recovery, I remember that and I don't fucking go back to it. But like, I can't slip on any of those.
But while you're in this house, you can't even go on like a 1 week RV trip. You gotta sign.
Oh no! If I let him know ahead of time, I can. Yeah. Chickens want to do something.
It is a little scary, just thinking about it now.
I think it would be.
The RV might be too much. You might have to just do like some like one night events.
For sure.
And do some events here, event here, event
there.
there.
I need to just dip my toe back in IRL and just see if I can even do that sober, because I don't even know.
For sure you can. We've already seen you.
I haven't done anything.
You did your little dumpster stream. Everybody loved the dumpster stream.
No.
Yeah, it was awesome to see you.
Well, you know, like I gotta get past some insecurities. I don't think I'm funny sober.
I feel you.
Yeah. And I don't have any balls sober. Like I can't see myself going into so whenever I go shopping nowadays, I envision myself with the stream, and I'm like, oh, this would be uncomfortable walking in here with the stream.
I think maybe the move is events. Because I think if we had access to like, let's say a garage, right?
Yeah.
And we get some dog cages, we put some people in some dog cages,
yeah.
with the cold hose on them. We have girls come in, talk crap about them in the dog cage.
I love it.
Like there's a lot of
penis shame them.
And you could be the like host of the event.
Yeah, I would love that.
You know what I mean? And then you'll probably get a percentage of whatever the big bank is at the end.
I'd be so down with it. Also, just like this is the longest I've been in front of cameras in like 5 months. Yeah. And like fucking cameras, like they fucking pump me the fuck up. They like, I don't know, I love it. Like I got addicted to being in front of the camera, and I fucking love this shit. It's making me miss it a lot.
Yeah, I could definitely see you hosting some type of event in Florida coming up soon. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean?
UFC X3.
I just think we've been waiting for that for years. For years.
Yeah.
It would be
Dope
great.
versus Audi.
Dope versus.
As the highlight.
Yeah, but they're not really gonna travel. We would need people. Right? I thought about the idea. I'm just like, damn, you just go to a boxing thing. What's crazy to me is in Tampa, simple. There's so much stuff going on in Tampa, but they're not like utilizing all that's there in Tampa.
The thing is, like, everybody's like waiting for the person to do it, and Casey was always the guy to do it, but somebody's got to step up, man.
Casey was supposed to be at Wappy's house like 2 days ago.
Yeah, but
and he never showed, so I don't know.
I mean, he's got a life and shit.
Yeah, but it's Andy Dick.
I mean,
Andy Dick on not doing good.
Look, until I see Andy Dick do IRL stream, I'm not really that impressed.
Yeah.
It's been like a sleep stream for the last week.
But it's definitely interesting, and Wappy is going off the chain.
Well, Tom Green used to be on the network. I mean,
I remember. He used to do some nice kitchen streams where you get really drunk and then fall down and sleep on the floor.
He had a whole fucking studio in his basement.
It was beautiful.
It was cool, dude.
The way he had it set up with all the cameras.
I liked it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was cool. I remember telling my parents when they were asking about what IP2 was, I was like, I'm on the same network as Tom Green, because I knew that was. So like that was like the one way I could kind of be proud of it. Is like me and Tom Green are on the same network.
So I'm just thinking, I'm like, man, even if we do an event, it would have to be in this area. We couldn't even like go to Tampa because I feel like removing you from your sober house. Yeah. That far, even though it's only a couple hours away. Yeah. I feel it may be a little dangerous. Yeah. You know what I mean?
You don't need me though.
Yeah, but you're gonna be the host.
Yeah, that's true.
We need some donations from
You need EBZ.
He's dead streamer, you know, that guy. I don't really. He's just mumbling to himself at this point with 30 viewers.
I met him in Cali.
I wouldn't want to.
Dude, I didn't. I wasn't trying to.
Aggressive.
I was driving down the street and I was like, "Is that EBZ?" And it was. And like me and my friend just pulled over and like said hi to him, and he was like, "I was like, dude, I'm a huge fan." He was like, "All right, that's cool."
Yeah,
like he was very off-putting.
I'm surprised you didn't get hit in the face.
Bro. Well, we weren't carrying. It was all off stream, so like I was just like, I think he knew I was too, but yeah.
Mace Wars.
Mace Wars.
You see Piss Wars?
Yeah, I didn't see it. I heard about it.
That was crazy.
Yeah.
So he said Chicken was going to come here.
Yeah, he's talking. So he wants to do. Man, I forgot how he explained it, but it was like he would do a weekend in a different city. So he wanted to do a weekend over here with me, and then go somewhere do a weekend.
Fly here?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, because we know how his driving of the RV goes.
Dude, I was in rehab for all of RV7. I really didn't see any of it.
It didn't move very much.
Oh,
he would go one place for like a month, and then go another place for a month. But the Slab City streams were amazing.
I heard, man. I didn't see any of that.
Oh, it was good.
Yeah, that's cool, man. I'm glad those guys were doing their thing, and like they made a lot of money. You know what I mean? And I was sitting in rehab jealous, saying I wish I could be there. I really was. Cause like we had YouTube in rehab, so I would see like the clips from it.
And so now you just have your phone. You don't even have a computer. You have nothing.
Yeah.
And you can't even like go inside your sober house and be turning on all these wild ass streams. So you got to be like
on the phone,
in your bed with the phone.
Yeah. Put the covers over my head.
Crazy.
Giggling.
Who's your favorite streamer right now?
Right now?
Yeah.
And then all time?
Sure.
I've been going all the time. Okay. Right now, it would have to be. God damn it, that's a hard question. Fun, because I mean, I guess Gucci's.
Yeah. The disaster? Jesus. I just feel so bad, man. Somebody needs to like shake her up. She needs help.
Well,
she needs help is what she needs.
Yeah, but you can't help someone who doesn't want help, right?
Yeah, but like, if I was related to her, I would be there beating the shit out of her, putting her somewhere. Like, I would not allow this to be just going off. Like,
maybe
the drinking, she drinks at like 6 a.m., 9 a.m.
The girl can drink.
She goes to sleep and then wakes back up to drinking, and it's just all day.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's.
But when you're in it as an alcoholic, it's a normal. Like, how I was living, like, it didn't seem like weird to me. I was just used to it. And everybody around me did the same thing.
Oh, it was a movie. I watched it. It was crazy.
Yeah, man. I wish I could have watched it, but I just blacked out during it. I don't remember a lot of it. People always tell me, like, man, you remember this and this? I'm like, no. I don't remember the last 2 years, bro. I was blacked out for 2 years.
Yeah, no, it's pretty rough.
Yeah.
That's why it's so unexpected to see you now like this. It's crazy.
Yeah, it's cool, man. It feels good. Got a lot of work to do, though.
I feel like there's a lot of people that care about you, miss you, and maybe they don't even know where you've been. Because like I didn't know that like you actually officially made it into like a rehab or something. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I just know that you were gone. And then like we heard something around like.
Well, like I always post. Yeah, I always post on IP too.
Yeah.
And then I got Instagram, so like people hit me up on there and ask. But there's like I do get a lot of comments on YouTube. They're like, "Did he die?" And then like I'll see like RIP Speedy in YouTube comments, and I'm like, honestly, that could have been RIP Speedy. If I kept drinking, like that would be real RIP Speedy. Like imagine.
Or you could have hit the fentanyl.
Yeah. No, like last time I did meth, I just bought meth off a random dude in New Orleans. It could have been fentanyl. I swallowed the whole bag because I was afraid of collars. So I fucking just did this whole bag of meth all at once without testing it. Like I literally could have died. Bro, I fucking passed out under RV6 with my head under the tire and they were about to drive off. And a sniper saw me and pulled me out before they drove off. I fucking choked on my own vomit twice on RV6. Like I fell asleep in a dumpster once, like in a dumpster truck could have came and just crushed me, you know what I mean? Like I literally escaped death so many fucking times while streaming. Like that's what gives me faith in God, because like obviously the amount of times I almost fucking died. I had cancer when I was 29. Like dude, I've almost died so many
fucking... testicular cancer.
Yeah, testicular cancer.
Like Tom Green.
You want to see it? Yeah, like Tom Green.
Nah, I don't see it. So you have one ball?
I just have one. The lefty still there.
Wow.
Which I hurt today bicycling.
How did you know that you had a problem?
Cause like it just kept getting bigger and bigger, and at first it's just like
a lump on the ball or the ball
itself?
The
ball itself was getting bigger.
Yeah, was it warm?
Yeah, well, balls are always warm.
Well, like but like infection warm.
Not that I don't think
And
so.
so it just got a little big.
It kept getting bigger, which I wasn't tripping because like sometimes your balls like get different sizes.
Swell.
Yeah, and one's supposed to be bigger than the other, so I was like, all right. But my girlfriend was a nurse at the time, and like I showed it to her, and she was like, bro, that ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
So I went to urgent care, and they fucking did the prostate exam. That was my first time ever doing that.
Mm-hmm.
I was 29. I was like, what the fuck? I'm way too young to be having this.
So did they, like, was there like radiological treatment?
Nah,
or
man.
Chemo,
So
or?
like the day I found out I had cancer, the very next day they took my ball out like quick, and then the doctor I had.
Where's the ball?
Dude, they let Tom Green keep his. I don't know what the fuck they did with mine. It's probably in the trash somewhere.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to dumpster dive and get it out. But motherfucking so like the oncologist I had at the time, he was like, yeah, you need to get fucking radiation chemo right away, and I was about to get a port so they can give me radiation chemo. That's like,
wow.
Yeah. So I was about to go through all that, and then my mom found a doctor that was like, hold up, like only 10% of people with testicular cancer actually need radiation chemo. It usually just, it'll, like once you get rid of the ball, you'll go in recession or remission.
That doctor didn't want money. That's the problem.
Yeah, well, but I went with that doctor's advice, and I've been in remission for like, that was when I was 29, 5 years now, and it's never came back. And that's like, I feel a lot of fear in life now, bro, because I don't drink or use drugs, so like I'm always scared. Like in social situations at work, I get real nervous and anxiety, but then like I think about all those times I almost died of cancer and everything. I'm like, dude, you're lucky to be alive. Like make the fucking most out of this day. Some carpe diem shit, you know what I mean? Like really seize the day, because like you're even lucky to be here, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah.
The time's short. I'm glad we had this conversation, because like I feel like I know your limits now more than, because I understand the sober house. I understand how important it is.
Very important.
And how
it's number one.
Taking off to go to Tampa to go do some like Hampton Brandon boxing would not be a good thing.
Hampton Brandon would fuck me up.
Oh yeah, that would happen. And you'd owe him $500.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
But I would also kiss his ass like Sonic did.
Yeah, no, Brandon
I would be
was
starstruck.
legendary.
Jinkum ain't got nothing on him. Dumpster guy ain't got nothing on him.
I have that visualized in my head. All I see is that Ice Poseidon punch, where he comes up from the ground. It's, wow.
You know what though? Ice didn't bitch out.
No?
Like I did with Ski.
That would be crazy. That was a fun day too.
What?
That whole episode.
Ski?
Yeah.
That fucking day sucked, bro.
I'm surprised how short he is.
Yeah, I always heard that.
Yeah, but when we saw that video, you could see him lined up.
Bro. Yeah, let's not talk about that.
Yeah, we don't want to, yeah. He's got issues,
no,
his baby's coming.
He has no issues. He's a perfect human being. He's a content king. We love you, Ski.
Yep.
Frogs in the chat once.
Is that how he does frogs?
Yeah, he does frogs.
I don't know.
I watch him every day. He's my favorite streamer. I love you, Ski.
I feel bad for Ski actually, because I'm just thinking about his situation. And that's like, how do you feel being around alcohol? Like if I had a beer, or like a how would that affect you?
Right now, it wouldn't affect me because like I'm not gonna do anything to jeopardize getting kicked out of the sober house.
Yeah.
But like if you asked me when I moved out of the sober house, like it could be a different answer then. I could tell like what's going on in my life. Like nothing bad's going on in my life right now, so I have no reason to drink. But like maybe a girl breaks up with me or something, or I'm depressed, and then you know what I mean. I
really don't like being around alcohol because it's like I see the person like going down.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And it's like not making as much sense. They're not as clear. They're not as clever. They're not as fast.
For sure. And like in the streaming world though, they call it content juice for a reason. Because somebody can be a boring person, you put a fucking bottle in them and they're fucking hyped and turned up as fuck. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's like
it's not sustainable.
No, that's what I did.
Yeah.
I want to learn how to be entertaining without it. But that takes work. I didn't ever want to work at this shit. I like the easy money aspect of it.
I feel you.
Yeah. I like just blacking out and then the alcohol did the work for me.
I would love to see Speedy doing, being sober, but yet still being able to stream. Because I think you could make money. I feel like you'll make more money streaming if you had like the right people, the right support system, the right everything going, but like.
I mean, dude, I have a fucking passion and love for streaming. It's like in my free time, that's all I do is watch streams, look at IP2, and then also like I just write stream ideas in a notebook. Like I have like 3 or 4 notebooks just filled up with ideas for streams. You know what I mean? So it's like I'm very passionate about it. I just feel like I'm in the wrong city for it mostly. Yeah, I need some transportation.
I think there is potential.
There is.
I think so.
There is a little bit, but the thing about IRL streaming is eventually, like in Austin, it took me like a year, but I literally got kicked out of every place in Austin. I'd go live, the cops would just show up and be like, like the cops knew me by my first name. They would snipe me. Cops would just come and snipe me sometimes, like. So it's like I don't want to shit where I eat. Like I live here, I want to still be able to go to Walmart. You know what I mean?
You got anything any important things you want to say that you can think about?
Aaron Carter Wells.
Aaron Carter Wells.
Stop speeding on Instagram. I'm very lonely. Honestly, here's the thing. My purpose in life right now is to help another alcoholic. So I do need to say, if you're struggling with drugs and alcohol, you can always hit me up on Instagram. It's Stop Speeding on Instagram. And fucking thank you for watching.
PayPal?
PayPal, Stop Speeding. Text Stop Speeding TX.
Stop Speeding TX.
Yeah.
And that also goes for Cash App too.
Also for Cash App as well.
Yeah, because we need some support. We're going to try to get something together. Maybe we'll do an event here
down
locally where people who are watchers can come and have like
we could collab with the yoga guys. We got a lot of streamers in Florida.
They could drive over here.
Lowe's is going to be back soon. I talked to Lowe's.
Correct.
He's doing physical therapy right now. He can't walk, but he will be back in a few months.
I was so surprised when he broke his knee.
He hasn't been drinking either. He's been sober the whole time I've been sober.
Does he still have screws in his leg?
I believe so, but I'm not. I can't confirm that.
Yeah, and they're moving. Lowell's, Baked, Wuza, all of them. They're all moving in September.
Okay.
Allegedly.
Okay. Well, I just hope there's a McDonald's in that town.
Maybe. Because Bake said he wants to live in where he's living. This is a much more slow-paced area.
It is. I'll have my people call his people.
Yeah, I think this area is great. I think Fort Pierce, White City.
Yeah. I don't even know about those places.
Yeah, that's a dangerous place.
Oh,
okay. In Port St. Lucie, I think it's very cheap. Rent here is cheap.
Shit.
Compared to other places. I think I don't know. We'll have to do some planning, and we'll get back. We'll do another event of some type, of some sort,
down.
and we'll try to do crowdfunding because we're trying to get Speedy some help. Because what things do you have no possessions pretty much. You got a phone.
This is my nicest shirt.
Yeah.
It's a nice shirt though.
Yeah.
Somebody in rehab gave it to me.
Yeah.
Can
you get a package? If somebody wants to send you a care package,
yeah.
Is that possible?
It's not right now. I need a P.O. box. I need to set that up. Because people always ask me for a long time if they could do that.
I think that would be great. We should work on that. Cause,
yeah, we should.
I know there's a lot of people out there that would love to support Speedy and love to give him some encouragement and love because you've given us so much wonderful memories.
Man. That's nice of you.
So we will, I guess, I don't even know how long we went.
I'm not sure. No, it didn't feel like long at all.
You think it was 45, an hour? I don't even know.
I'll say an hour.
Maybe.
You want to look?
It's going to take some time to do that. But I thank everyone for coming in and joining us. There's no beef with anybody. We're all happy. Yeah. We're all...
Good vibes, bro.
Good vibes, yeah. So thanks for joining us, and we'll see Speedy soon.
Yes, sir. Thanks for watching, guys. Take it easy.